Not too winterised.
I mean, you do have a hat on inside.
And a scarf and a fleece. It's not that cold.
That's his vibe.
This is the vibe.
It's not cold in here. I don't know why. This is so weird.
Hello and welcome to our Creative Commune podcast with Liam, B, Pete and Laura. We'll be chatting all things photography, videography and just having a general chat over a coffee like we do most days.
Happy 100th episode!
Hey! How did we make it to 100 episodes?
How did we make it?
Just kept
Magic.
doing them. Yeah.
That's the key,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I
Just
think.
never stop.
Albert was asking me this morning on the walk to school. He was like, so how long have you been doing this? I was like,
Years.
First
more
off, I
than a
started
year.
with a year and a half, and then I was like, no, because it's 100 episodes.
Yeah.
We were doing one a week, and then went to one every fortnight. I think
Yeah.
it might be 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Crikey.
It is, isn't
It's
it?
a while.
It does feel like longer. What was the first episode that we did? It was in here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I remember I
It was so awkward.
always hated doing stuff like this, and I remember
Yeah.
just feeling like really nervous. and
Yes.
like I was in an interview almost. and
Yeah.
Yeah.
My little heart was pounding.
When we sat in a line,
yeah.
when we sat in a line, or no, we were
were
just.
facing
It was
each other.
weird to
Facing
be.
each other,
It
yeah.
was weird
Yeah.
to be facing each other.
It was,
in
yeah.
like an interview style.
Well, yeah.
It was a bit like that.
Today
yeah.
feels a bit weird because I'm
We
in
don't
my
normally
normal
sit
spot,
here.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Liam's normally there,
And I'm normally
Pete's
there.
Yeah.
Laura's normally there.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Peter
Role
today.
model.
Sorry.
It's very
What's
odd.
the word? Discombobulated.
Sure.
Discombobulated.
Bobulated.
Close,
Close,
enough.
yeah.
Bobulating.
Yes.
Discombobulating. Yeah, that's how it feels.
But yeah, 100 episodes.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well
Yeah.
done,
Well done.
everybody.
Well done.
Yeah.
Someone needs to pop this.
Yeah, I'm
procession.
saying
Shall
crack
we?
that
Yeah.
open.
Shall we? Yeah. Oh, it's vegan. It's vegan.
Good to know.
Yeah. So who is taking this up the backside?
Laura, bend over.
No.
Pete,
We've
bend
all
over.
done it already.
Yeah, we've all done it.
That only counts.
I mean, for
new
context,
people.
yeah, Liam has an initiation for, new people
So
whenever
I
they
think-
come to like fake Christmas. something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what we need to do is when we have a guest on.
Yes. Have a fresh bottle of.
No one's going to come on.
Oh no, now I've
Now
said
they
it.
know.
No.
Yeah. Well, we can demonstrate now so that they're
I'm all right.
nothing to
I think,
fear.
I think
you
we're
know?
good.
My hit rate's not very good anyway.
It's not.
No,
No,
it's really
no.
not.
Yeah.
You've
Really,
hit like
really
2 out of 20
But to get it
people.
on camera, I think would be so close that you couldn't miss.
Should we just what we doing? Launching the cork or doing it professional way?
I do it professionally.
Professional.
It's my ceiling, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Yay! Here we go. My beautiful wife.
Dun, 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 dun.
That
Sweet.
was a lovely sound.
I was just saying before how our wives look like they're fresh out of the salon, and
Yeah,
you
because
and
we
I, Pete,
normally look like hobos.
look like it's been dragged out of the hedge.
Yeah, well, I've just come back from table tennis, so I've just about put some, different trousers
Not
on.
even
That's-
showered. Good
Not
to
even
go.
showered, no.
Wow,
Well, you
mate.
you came here like 4 minutes after I got back, so there
Yeah.
was no time.
Yeah, I haven't showered for 2
Sounds very
days.
Oh,
Sorry, Laura.
What's going on?
well, I'm glad you're sat next to him.
You having a nervous breakdown?
It's just when you're at home and you're not seeing anyone, you've got the odd Zoom call. Like,
Who
why do you need
cares?
to...
Seeing me.
Yeah, but you're...
We had a bath together last night.
that was the night before.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm a bit stinky.
That's cute. Pete won't have a bath with me.
Oh,
My
you
legs
don't like
are too
baths,
long.
do
I
you?
don't like baths. I just why is anyone want to sit in
It's really
festering
annoying
water?
though. I have baths all the time with Albert.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
force
Betty
him to
felt
bath
very
with
left
me.
out.
I love
She
a
was
bath.
not happy about it.
Aw.
Yeah.
And you've made this cake?
This beautiful cake, yeah. What a fantastic creation.
People are going to
here.
think that we always have fizz and
Yeah, we do.
homemade cake.
Yeah, this is.
This is how we roll.
Cheers!
I'm sorry,
Cheers,
that's going to
everyone.
have 100 written on it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Got a look in the eyes. Cheers.
Gotta
Yeah.
look in the eyes.
What's
And
the
don't,
rule
and
again?
don't cross over.
Cheers.
'cause
7
that's-
years.
Oh God! A fight.
Cheers!
What's the rule? 7 years
Cheers.
bad sex, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers.
Everybody knows that's just
Yeah.
How was that introduced to you? Like,
Well, it's a French thing.
right, okay.
So it through mon père. Yeah.
The French know.
delicious.
Delicious, guys, yeah.
Don't let the kids know we have no Secco or they'll come and drink it all.
Oh, it's very tasty.
Sugary crap.
How are we all?
All right, yeah. Pretty good. How are you,
Come on, B, give us a list of
B?
things.
Received
Go.
some news, haven't you?
I've received some news.
Yeah.
On the plus side, can I just say, our NHS is absolutely spectacular when it functions.
Aw.
So I made a doctor's appointment for Monday. Just a telephone call.
Yeah.
She calls me. The same day I go for some emergency urgent blood tests. The day after, the blood tests are there, and she's called me back.
Wow.
And I have,
Yeah, when it works, it works.
I have medication by the end of the day.
That's so good.
You know, I've been having really bad migraines.
Yeah.
Not been sleeping well. Been very tired.
Yeah.
Just generally unwell. Well, I thought maybe it might be my hormones, because obviously I had a hysterectomy last year.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I have no iron in my body. No iron, no folate, no B12.
Don't know how
None
this
of
has
those
happened.
things.
Literally no iron, isn't it?
No iron. Well, I think I had like 5 micro, whatever you call them.
I don't understand how your iron is just gone.
Yeah.
She said to me, I mean, I'm paraphrasing, she was like, I don't really understand how you're
Like, what-
functioning
what have you been
normally.
You're like power through.
It's not to do with food or diet.
Oh,
It's to
really?
do with something else. It's to do with... So you have this thing called serum ferritin, which is the protein that absorbs iron. My serum ferritin has always been really, really low. But I thought that was all connected to me just bleeding to death all the time.
Exactly.
No, it's not.
Turns out.
Turns out I do genuinely have some kind of like iron absorption problem.
Oh.
So anyway, I'm going on this 3-month intensive
They're just going to dose you with iron.
iron. I asked her about iron infusion because I was like, can I just have an iron infusion?
Yeah.
Rather
you just
than
bosh this in
taking
one afternoon.
all of this iron for 3 months. She said, you can't. There's something to do. I can't remember what she said. She didn't say there's something to do with.
Yeah.
It was something to do with my hemoglobin. She was like, yeah, you
Okay.
can't if your
God,
hemoglobin.
just suddenly.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it's
can't
not
have
a
one.
case of you can go and pay and get a Ponzi Beyonce style IV
No,
drip.
because I was like, I'm up for that.
Yeah.
So are you
Yeah.
classified as anemic then?
She didn't say anything about anemia.
No, she's well past that.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't say anything about that. It was more just, let's get this iron and folate and
Yeah.
Sure.
sorted.
Something to look at.
So I need to up my
Sure.
game basically in terms of household chores.
Yeah, let her
Yeah.
chill while her iron
Have you noticed I have been up my game a little bit?
settles.
You have been upping your game.
What have you
a
been
bit.
doing?
I'm the tea bitch every morning.
He's-
Nice.
I can't
Yeah.
wake up in the morning. I'm so tired. So you know, like I've just been like, I don't sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently I am sleeping a bit, but it's just I am exhausted because
Yeah.
functioning.
Yeah.
My body does not want to function.
Yeah.
I can't wake up in the morning, so normally we take it in turns to make tea.
It's out the window.
Yeah. I have
Liam's been
noticed
getting
that.
up every morning to make tea.
I have noticed this prior to you getting this news. I had noticed that you weren't your usual kind of zingy
wasn't
self
my
in the
zingy
morning.
self.
So I
Yeah.
have took it upon
Because
myself.
normally I'm
to-
awake at like 5,
do
6
that.
in the morning.
Yeah, good to go.
Usually you're waking me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird, her still
weird.
being asleep.
Yeah.
It is.
Creepy.
I was saying to Liam this morning, like, when we're retired, what age do you, what time do you want to get up in the morning?
Oh, yeah, when you can just pick.
You know, like, because
Different
normally
times.
getting up late is
We won't see each
associated
other.
with
I'll be up at like 11.
being lazy,
12.
isn't it? But is it?
I don't think so. I think when
What
you get
time
to that
does
age,
your mum get up?
Mum gets up, well, I mean, her ideal time, I think, would be probably about 9 o'clock. But
Yeah.
normally, I think it's about 8.
Yeah, but she's diabetic and she struggles with fatigue as well, doesn't she?
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
So she needs to
So she
eat
needs
on
it.
the reg.
Yeah.
I reckon 9 is good.
It's a
Yeah,
good,
that's
it's a good,
that's
like,
exactly the
in-between,
time
isn't
that
it?
I said.
Yeah, because if
yeah.
it's 10, you've missed the whole day. That's stressful. I hate
Pete, you've missed the whole day.
hate waking up so
That
late
sounds
and just
magical.
being like, oh.
Yeah.
What have I done?
Also, I like going to sleep quite early. So if I'm getting up at 9, I'm going to have had like 12 hours sleep.
I just
You
feel
know?
so happy
You
and
can't have more
chilled
than
at
that.
like 12:30, you know?
You do?
Half
At
At
midnight.
night. It's
Yeah.
a little happy zone, is it?
Yeah.
I think when
Yeah.
we're retired, we won't see each other. We'll just have completely separate lives.
It is like you time though, isn't it? Like that's you time.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have like me time in the bath. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, that's kind of like my little
too
zone.
much
But surely
information.
when you're retired, all your time is me time, isn't it? When you're retired.
Well, this is it. Like, once
Yeah.
once the kids have left home.
yeah, and you're doing nothing all
What,
day.
what have we...
Yeah.
Maybe I'll start going to bed late. We'll see.
Do you think we'll be those sort of people? Sometimes you see them, you think, oh, mate, you must be really struggling with not having a role, and they're like sweeping the pavement outside their front.
Yeah, that'll be me.
Yours?
That'll be me.
You know?
I'll think of a million jobs. Yeah.
Or like fixing the hinge on your wheelie bin.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
That won't be.
That'll
you.
be a morning well spent. Yeah.
What about your parents, Pete? What time do they arise?
Later than they used to.
Like early, I'd say earlier
8.
than 9, but yeah.
8:30
They're
now.
still
They used
leisurely.
to be like 6, 7. Crazy people.
Madness.
Why?
Madness.
So busy.
Crazy.
So many things to do.
Yeah.
And he will spend a morning fixing a wheelie bin. You know, that is so your dad,
He really
retired.
would.
He's always
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
stuff.
Is he? My grandma still wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning. She only sleeps for 4 hours.
Oh, see, that's quite normal, I
That
think.
is
with old
crazy.
people.
85 or something like that. She sleeps for 4 hours. And then as soon as she wakes up, she's like phoning my mum. Yeah.
God.
Super gran.
Super grand.
grand.
Yeah.
What have we been up to work-wise?
Let me think. Have I done any photo shoots? I don't think I have, no. I've just been kind of plugging away with the old marketing. Booked a few
I
weddings.
finished my wedding. You know, the last time we spoke, I was like, I think I might bosh out my wedding. I did it.
So you've got
Yes.
nothing to edit.
Got nothing to edit. Got a couple of albums to sort out,
Yeah.
and I've got blogging to do.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always work that could
I
be
made a
done.
reel the other day. You know, I've got bits and bobs, but you know, I was thinking I'll
You
just
are
do...
basically retired. How does it feel? Do you feel different? Obviously, you feel excited.
I'm so tired.
It's just like retirement. Yeah.
We need to give you a burger or something. What's got loads of iron in
Yeah.
it? Red meat.
Red meat.
And
Yeah.
green leafy
Guinness.
veg.
Guinness.
Green leafy veg, yeah.
Guinness.
Guinness.
We do 0% Guinness now.
They do.
Does it have the iron in though?
It does.
Yeah.
Just remove the alcohol. That's a good idea.
Get her a Guinness.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Imagine you drinking a pint of Guinness.
And eating a burger. You'll feel great.
Oh, yeah. In the bath, a pint of Guinness.
Obsessed with the bath today.
Yeah, we
Really
can,
want
we
a
can
bath.
share a bath together and
And have some
have
Guinness.
some Guinness, yeah.
I love the bath.
Watch the
don't you?
football together.
Ruined it.
Too far.
No,
No?
no.
Shame. David Moyes is back.
Ah.
Come on.
How are your weddings going, Laura?
Oh, I'm chipping away at them, but
Yeah.
I've still got like
You've got 3 left.
I've got 2 and a bit. I've almost finished one. So
Yeah.
yeah, 2 and a bit. One of them's not due till February really, but
Yeah.
I'll do it a bit early. I can't wait for the day though when I don't have
Yeah.
anything. I think that's magical.
Yeah, I've done the speeches and ceremony for 2 of those weddings. Just got 1 more to do. Then I'm basically retired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been doing something exciting.
Oh,
today.
that's not exciting. Oh no, that was yesterday.
Was it?
Tax.
Oh,
That's not that.
Why would you think she thought that was exciting?
I thought you were sarcastically saying I'm going to do something exciting. You're like, yeah,
You know what's really funny though? Like Pete was like, right, all this week I'm going to do tax, thinking like it's going to take days, and then you just did it in like 3 hours. It
Well,
was
it's just
so
like again making
quick.
sure our accounts are all like
Yeah.
up to date. You know, like everything's.
Do you do them like monthly and check over
No.
them, or do you just leave it?
No, but because
We
we're
should
that
do that.
because we're that registered, like I do bits, so all the income's done.
Yeah.
And then sometimes because
It didn't
I
actually take that
import
long.
like bank feeds into it, so like sometimes I'll do a bit extra.
Yeah.
But yeah, there weren't as many things left to do as I thought there were. Sometimes it's just like going through and there's like, you know, like 1,000 or more like things to reconcile. And,
Yes, that's what takes the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, there were only a few hundred.
And it
so
was
didn't take
exactly
ages.
what we thought it would be as well. You know, like it's awful before you work out your tax. Like you were getting stressed about it, you know, because it's like a mystery
How can you
number.
not get stressed
And
about it?
in your head, it's always like double what it will be. It'll
Mm-hmm.
be like, what if it's surprise £1 million? Like you have to just work it out.
We just like
and
it
it's
could be
done.
what we owe could be anything from like 10 to 20 grand. You know, it's just like oh
Yeah.
and
It's just a shit time of the year for
It's
people in the
awful.
wedding industry,
Yeah.
isn't it? You know, because
It
like,
is.
we don't have much work.
How can we work this
It's
better?
awful.
I mean,
and then we
because-
didn't get those because normally we always get like a last minute booking in December, normally 2.
Yeah.
And we didn't get those this year, so we're a bit like, oh, this
Yeah.
is the worst time. But I mean, we do have a bit of money put away in our savings.
Yeah,
It's
we
supposed
pay-
to be our retirement, pension fund, but there's not enough in there for that. But
Yeah.
We should set up we have a direct debit that we pay some every month to. I think
Great
we pay,
idea.
We do, and then
150 quid a month each.
you can't get it out
So
as
at
well.
least it's just
you can't
kind of
take it
chipped
out.
away
No,
a
it goes
bit of
into your
it. I know it's not
account,
a lot, but
I mean, we
No,
had
it's not
overpaid in summer. We paid off like double what I'd said.
Which
like,
is
the
a
payment
good
on
way
the
to
account
do it.
Yeah.
I think we
was, but
should
it was-
always do that.
But it was more than that still. So.
Do you
Yeah.
always pay on account what they say you have to pay on account in January?
Reduced it
I reduced
again.
It too.
Yeah, I reduced it last year.
I think it
Reduced
makes sense to pay a bit more in the summer and a bit less in January, doesn't it?
I wish if it was a payable amount, I wouldn't have reduced it, but just try and make it up again.
It's just it's a tricky point for us guys in the wedding industry
Yeah.
because obviously tax is due, there's
Yeah.
no work, but also
Yeah.
the payment on account thing as well. It's like,
Yeah.
no, you're not having that money in advance.
Yeah,
you can
well, it's
wait.
not even an advance though, is it? Because we pay the tax year we're just on is 23-24, so like almost a year ago, and like that year was quite busy, and the year after that we're still in at the moment till April is was quieter so far.
Yeah, but you don't reap that reward until
Reap that reward.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least it's done out the way.
Yeah,
We're,
whatever.
not
is
to, like,
ours done?
Yeah,
I'm
well,
so good. I'm like,
ours is paid.
Yours has been done for years.
Yeah,
I
did
think.
you
Your
paid
dad.
it?
Your dad does it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Your dad's a maniac when it comes to our accounts.
last night, Dad was
Yeah.
on the phone at 9:30 at night. What's this? What's that? We need to reconcile. I was like,
But yeah,
Yeah.
he calls me.
9:30.
Do you know what? Like, it's a bit of a pain, but every single month we sit down for half an hour and we go through it all. So it's basically everything is up to date every month. So come April this year, we'll know what we owe. And no one does that, do they? Like, everyone just lets it
No.
drag on.
That's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sensible.
So ours was paid last year, so
Nice.
which is good. Nice feeling, isn't it?
Yay!
That's the way to do it. Do it, pay it early before you run out of money.
Yeah.
Ideally, yeah, because then you can just enjoy Christmas knowing that you haven't got that kind of
Yeah, it's
looming.
awful. It is though just the worst time. Anyway, it's done now.
It's
No,
done.
the exciting thing that B was talking about was we've been doing Lawson Film School.
We have, yeah. We recorded some of it today, and then
It's going to take a while.
a bit last week we did.
Yeah.
Have you done like a bit of a schedule to lay it out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you hoping to have it done by?
I want to launch it in February.
Yeah,
In the
that would
month of
be
February.
awesome.
Like, worst case scenario, end of Feb, but we'll just see
Yeah.
how we get on.
Yeah.
Because it's like we've got to record the bits and then also like edit the bits because we're
Yeah.
going to put things over the top
You
as
might
well.
be
and-
better doing it after half term because like everybody before half term will be like, but then again, maybe before's better because then people haven't like wasted money on
Yeah.
3 million days out.
True.
that-
And you're gonna just have it as you would log on and you would see
Exactly.
various videos that you
So
can
it's
watch.
part of our website, and people will just be able to like log in, and
Yeah.
there'll be multiple videos.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to do it, through Squarespace.
Yeah, looks
You
really
do
cool.
it through there, and
Nice.
because there's lots of different options, and they all seem like they end up the same price because they're all like you pay nothing and we'll take all your money, or like you pay us a bit and then it's like 7%, 3%, like fees on top of the bank fees and,
Yeah,
and all of that. So it seemed like Squarespace worked out the same price.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
everything with Squarespace is always quite kind of easy and
Our
pretty.
website is Squarespace, so it just like works really well
Yeah,
together.
we had to change our website though because we were on like version 7 or something, and 7.1's the current one, and everything's different. So we had to just redo our website, but
Yeah.
it didn't take too long.
It literally took you like 2 hours.
Yeah,
Looks good.
yeah.
So people pay one fee, they get access to all the videos.
Yeah.
What's stopping them like downloading them and sharing with other people?
I don't know.
More of an
Trust,
honesty
I
thing, a
suppose.
trust
Yeah,
thing,
I just hope
Yeah.
people won't do that.
Yeah.
Really. That's all you can do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool.
But
Yeah,
I'm
well,
excited
it's
to
gonna
get it
be-
done.
I think it's going to be a massive success.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I think
hope
it will
people
be
go
too.
for it.
Yeah, well, people look up to you guys in the industry, not just in the UK, but, around the world as well. So, you've won all the awards. And it's
Fingers
not as
crossed,
competitive, the video market. So I think now's a good time to do it because a few people have done it.
Yeah.
But I can't think of many people who have done it who've got like your level of kind of experience and reputation. So I can see it, potentially being an early retirement ticket.
We'll let
calm
Liam
down.
do all our marketing
Yeah,
for
no,
us.
oh my
Yeah,
God,
just
promo video. No, I hope it goes down well. I think like a lot of people just got in touch saying like, when's the next Lawson Film School? And we were like, I don't want to. Like, should we just do it online and then we don't have to?
Yeah.
Well, it's a great passive income as well. I know
Yeah.
you've got to put the time in now, but because you don't have any weddings, at least it's something that's like genuinely a good thing to fill your day.
Yeah, it's the perfect thing to be doing
And
now.
then you can just sit and watch the money come in for years to come.
That would be
Indeed.
wonderful.
Yeah.
What have we been up to then, B? I mean, we were just trying to think before, weren't we? Have we done anything good happened to us recently?
Anything good.
Anything positive?
I mean, no, she just has no iron.
But she'll be cured.
We booked an elopement
Oh.
yesterday. Didn't
Where is it?
Well, I was saying to B, it's been a bit quiet recently.
Ooh.
We've had inquiries, but it's been a bit slow. on
Yeah.
bookings, I guess. Just slower than it has
I don't
been.
think.
Okay.
No, Liam. You've
No?
got to stop this.
Negativity.
We took 8 bookings
We
in
did.
December.
Yeah, but we want more.
And so
That's
far in
great.
January, we've
So
taken
quiet.
2.
How do you know?
Momentum needs to-
I don't know what
He
you
wants
are.
8 a day.
I don't know what you are hoping for in life.
I think it's because I've been spending money on like Google ads.
Yeah, so it needs to
and
come back.
You want because I'm spending a bit of money.
But it
Yes,
was
it's quite a
quiet
lot.
this time last year as well. Like we had the same kind of. I mean, it was a little bit delayed. Like last year, September, October, November were mental. This year it was like late November, early December.
Yeah.
All of December actually. I think we took a wedding like the day before Christmas
So
Eve.
good.
Madness.
Amazing.
When does that
So
ever
good.
happen?
Yeah.
But I think we just need to prepare ourselves that maybe January isn't the busy season that it used to
No,
be,
it's
and that's
not, is it?
fine.
Yeah, I think people are still kind of like, back to work after Christmas.
Yeah.
Don't really want
Yeah.
to do anything that involves any thought.
Yeah.
Just kind of
People
like,
are probably a bit broke as well.
Yeah.
They've
I
spent
thought
all
you were
their
going to
money
say
at
broken.
Christmas.
I was
and
like,
broken
yes.
as well. You know.
And they can't be asked to think about planning a big party and
Yeah.
broke.
Yeah.
We went to Devon last weekend.
Oh, yeah.
For an open
Just
day.
pop to Devon like you do.
In the right spot.
You okay?
North Devon, so that's a good 6 hours, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was good. It was fun.
Yeah. It was a really nice venue, Watermouth Cove.
Yeah, I love it there.
And
Did you stay at the venue or did you stay somewhere else?
no
No, we stayed like down the road in a cute little B&B in a pub.
pack of cards.
It was cute.
I was saying to Pete, like,
What?
it's unusual for you guys to stay in a pub.
What have you been
It
doing
is.
with cards,
It's
guys?
because we went at work. When we're at work, we want to stay in a Premier Inn.
We just came up with a few variations with it on the
We
way.
were
Like,
up-
what's it called? Pack of cards?
because we could
Like-
never remember the name of it, so we were like,
Oh.
"Come on, the bag of dicks, where is it?" Anyway, yeah, like when we're at work, we want to stay in a Premier Inn because you get there late.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to talk to me. I want to know that it's like easy peasy. But
Yeah,
like when
faceless.
this was different because it was like I didn't mind talking to someone,
Yeah.
so it was good. It was
So
cute.
you did almost fall out with the owner, didn't you, instantly?
God, when we went in. No, because like we were checking in, and what did she say? I can't remember what started it
Because they were
off.
flooded up. We'd been moved to a nicer
Oh
room.
yeah,
'cause it'd
she
been
was like,
flooded.
"Oh, I'm so sorry. We've had flooding and blah blah blah." And then I mentioned global warming, and she was like,
Was she a
"She does not
denier?
believe. She does
was a
not
denier.
believe."
She was like, oh, it's like, it's
Trump
evolution, isn't it?
evolution?
I
is-
know.
There were no words. We slowly backed away.
Yes.
Like,
And she's like,
animals.
everyone's got different opinions,
I
haven't they?
mean,
And-
LA's on fire
Yeah.
whilst we're freezing.
but global warming isn't real.
Right. I see,
Well,
right.
it's not a conversation that I would normally broach, with the...
Yeah, when we went
The
upstairs,
first-
Pete was like, "I can't believe
I
you
can-
mentioned global warming," and I'm like, "That is
I didn't say it like that. I was just like, you're a bit bold going straight in there
How is
with
that
the...
bold? It like is global warming. Like
Well, everyone
I'm on your
knows.
side, Laura.
I thought that
it's
was
a-
mental.
It's a rare breed of people who deny it. So
Also, she'd have been dead to me too. I'd be like, that's it.
We didn't see her again.
No.
did you know?
No.
Maybe she
It
just
was all
washed
of the-
away in a tidal wave. Oh,
She was
God.
nice.
No,
Whatever.
It was a nice little step.
Everyone's got their own opinions.
Indeed.
True.
But then,
true.
yeah, we did the open day, so it was cute. They had like new people that hadn't booked the venue, people that had booked the venue but hadn't booked any people, and then they invited like ex-couples, which we didn't know they were doing that. So the couple, we've only been there once, and that couple popped in and came to say hi, and that was like the highlight of it. It was so
it was
cute.
It's a very clever idea that by
It
the venue,
is
isn't
to
it?
like sell it for them.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
good because there was a couple that had they booked it yet.
No.
They looked around the venue on the day that this couple got married, and they were talking to us, and she'd seen their wedding on our Instagram, and
Yeah.
you know, she was going on about how much she loved their wedding. They were like a wedding style like dream, and I was like, they're here actually.
Oh.
And then,
could
and then
quiz
a
them
few
on
minutes
everything,
later,
yeah.
they like came through the door, and they're like, they're there. So they
Yeah,
went
so
over.
they'll definitely book the venue now. It's such a good idea.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But it just shows what a nice place it is that ex-couples would just go just to help them and sell it.
Yeah.
Like, how sweet is that?
But
There's
they
a
are
lot to be said for excellent customer service.
Yes.
So when was the last time you did something like that? How many years ago was it?
I can't remember ever doing one. We did one at Rivington Barn.
Yeah, we've done
Years
We've
ago.
done one at Rivington Barn, done one at Dorfold.
I didn't do that one. You did
No,
that one
just
without me.
Yeah, because it's not normally a thing because we're not natural like salesmen.
It's really hard,
same
like,
with us.
you know, like there was a celebrant who obviously they're like really super confident or whatever, and she was just like, like all over people,
Yeah.
you know, and it's just like not the vibe, is it?
No,
I
it's
just
Not our
can't do
vibe.
it.
No, I know what you
it's-
mean.
Yeah.
No, it's like I will hide under the table and you can secretly discover me. That would
Like wedding fairs, like we used to do a few like years ago, and you'd be stood at your little table, trestle table,
yeah.
and you're looking at your competition, and you can see like your competition like really animated, like hands in the air, chatting away.
Yeah, you're just like, I can't compete with
This
this.
guy's got it
Yeah.
nailed, you know,
Yeah.
and then you try and do the same thing. Hey, guy! You're just
Yeah.
like an absolute dick.
You just
Yeah.
gotta be yourself
You've
and
got to be yourself.
sell
Yeah.
yourself. You know.
Yeah.
We did. Well, I mean, we did make a bit of an effort, didn't we, to talk to people?
Yeah.
Because
for us.
naturally, we'd walk away. You know, like, oh my god, they're looking at our stuff.
What do you want?
Well, it's up to them. They can make a decision or not.
It's
you know,
just
take a card,
so-
email us.
It's
Yeah.
so awkward. I find it so embarrassing to be like selling anything.
Yeah.
Do you know
It's
what I mean? I'm
"Hi,
just like, oh,
You like what you see?
I know.
Give me your
it's
money.
Awful.
my video?
I hate it. I don't like watching people watch them. Like I don't like any part of it.
That is the worst, isn't it? Watching people watch your
Go
stuff
home.
up, yeah.
Like it should have been nothing on our table apart from like a little like business card or something, and then they can just go home and secretly or go in the car park and look on their phone.
I found like with doing wedding fairs, the best thing to do is not try and sell yourself, but just talk to them about like their wedding.
Yeah.
And like get them excited about it. So like, oh, we got any ideas for your first dance? You know, what are you doing for your speeches? And take them on like a little journey of the day, and it
Yeah.
starts to get them like, oh, this guy knows like the kind of lay of the land and how it should work, and it gets them excited, and they
Yeah.
start to like you. And when they like you, go, want to see my pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the last one you did? The one in Manchester?
Oh God, yeah. I mean, I won't name the venue, but they'd not done something like this before, and it was for specifically for Jewish weddings.
Yeah.
And
Was it
no
Ghost
one
Town?
came.
That's a shame.
No one came, so lots of suppliers
No,
made
people
the effort.
did
A few.
come. It was just quieter than you would have liked it to have been.
I
Yeah.
counted
You're doing
about-
your negativity
No,
thing.
no.
It was like one
Toxic
person.
negativity.
So I was there for 5 hours.
Yeah, it takes so long.
And 10 potential.
Yeah.
couples
But
came
that's 10
through.
potential people that you wouldn't have spoken
you
to
talk to
before.
them?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
but
more couples
There
than we
you
talked to
go.
with this. There were like
we're
200
talking
people
like,
there.
You know, one couple would come in, then like an hour would pass and we're all just stood down.
Yeah.
This is shit, innit? And then another couple would come in.
that does sound so
it's not
boring.
good.
Yeah.
You know?
You want it to
need-
be
You
busy.
need like constant footfall.
Oh, you do.
No, you do.
Want the action.
How
Yeah.
would you feel if you went all
Yeah,
went
that's
together and
horrible.
like, it was like that?
Yeah.
You would be a bit bummed.
Well, we had the first hour of that, didn't we? 'Cause
Yeah.
next to us, they were lovely, but there was a big like band, like steel drums.
Yeah.
Right.
And
like,
no, so it's the
Dung, 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 dung.
yeah,
Round
more
the
like that.
bowl.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
what the Jamaican
It's a
drum thing.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, boom.
Yeah.
It's a lovely
It's
sound.
lovely, but it was
very close.
inside their kind of like their backup wedding barn.
Yeah.
Right.
So not a massive space, and like we're like one side of the kitchen, they're the other side. Like we're not far away.
Yeah.
So it was like I kept pulling her face because like when it was like too loud.
Yeah.
And you can't talk to people.
And Laura kept telling me off, but it was just,
know, I'm like,
it's just a
stop-
natural reaction.
Stop
like, oh.
pulling the faces.
So people are trying to watch your videos. To
No,
the
no one
sound
came
of
over.
Exactly.
No
No
one came
th-
over.
That's
No one
it.
came
No
And
one.
also,
They
no
stayed
one-
at the entrance to
Yeah.
the barn,
Right.
and then like they talked to the celebrants because she talked to everyone, and no one came down the aisle for like the first hour basically.
Yeah, I don't
because it
think
was-
you naturally walk towards a band. though.
Towards
No.
loud sound.
Yeah.
No.
It's just
no,
like,
not a wedding photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
but then they
um,
moved outside.
I mean,
and then
bless
it was
them.
easy.
Like they did it because I think
Because of your face.
probably because of my face. But I mean, it was cold out there,
Yeah.
so they were freezing.
Yeah.
But I mean, some people did talk to us.
But then
so-
loads of people came in and we could talk and it was better.
That's
wasn't
good.
it?
better.
Well, I'm glad it went well.
Yeah,
It's
it was
always
good.
a
It
risk, isn't
wasn't
it?
a pointless
Yeah.
trip. I think it was.
I mean,
it
we've
was
not
nice.
booked anything for definite, but we
Yeah.
had 2 or 3 couples that seemed really.
But it was
interested.
people that had already been like Instagram stalking us and were like,
Wanted to
it's
meet
nice to
us.
meet you in person, which I think is good.
But I think because they knew who was going to be there, that was released in advance. They Instagram stalked like all the vendors, and
Yeah,
they knew who
maybe.
they wanted to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
It was good though.
Good, it
And
was
nice to just have a little trip, even though it was so far away. It was a nice little
And
weekend.
you got back to the pub and had some nice dinner.
Yes,
and,
they did
yeah,
amazing
yeah.
food. It was good.
Yeah, well,
wasn't
that
it?
was the night before. Obviously, we drove all the way back after the thing.
Yeah, because that's our style.
Yeah,
Like, we
what do you mean 2 nights away? Come on, got tax to pay.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Now we had sad M&S sandwiches, didn't we?
We did.
I say sad because I got the discounted one.
Oh.
£1.88 for an M&S
What a
sandwich. though.
bargain.
Oh,
That's not sad, that's joyful.
Bargain.
Joyful.
What's been going on in the industry? Anything exciting?
Something exciting has happened.
Oh.
Folio Albums, who we use for our album company, like amazing English album company. I think they're based in Yorkshire, not
They
that far
are,
away
yeah.
from us.
Barnsley, yeah.
They have announced that they are going to be selling direct to couples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there's been a bit of furore
Yeah.
where photographers are like, no,
Why are they? Right.
it's awesome what they're offering.
Yeah. My
So-
instant thing is like, awesome.
Do it.
Why are people not happy about that?
I think initially people didn't do the research on it and thought, bastards, they're just trying to take our business. But when you look at the business model they
It's
created
really
for
good.
this, it does actually encompass
sense.
us as well. It does make a lot of sense.
yeah, there's still
Yeah.
actually incentive.
They're offering
for
quite a lot of
us.
support for people as well, you know, like to give advice to how to sell, how to, you know,
Yeah.
if they
Kind of
want to
doing
sell.
the job
Yeah.
for you, really.
But
Yeah.
the alternative is...
Yeah, if you just can't be bothered doing your
So
own
they've
albums.
got different options, basically. One
Yeah.
is that you do your own albums. Another one is that you refer clients to them through kind of an almost like affiliate thing, and they'll give you a 25% kickback on what they order.
Amazing.
The other option is you just send any client of yours
Everyone, yeah.
their way, and you're not bothered about any kind of
Right.
commission or anything like that.
Yeah.
Now,
it's a
I
good
just
thing.
think it's such a good idea because I sat down and I worked out like what, because I think they're only offering one album size as well at the moment. I think it's just a 10-inch album.
Okay.
So I compared what our 10-inch album would cost in comparison to theirs, what our profit would be.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that far off.
And yet they've
what
done
they would
everything.
give us in commission.
Yeah,
this
You
is
know, once I
exactly
take
it.
into account like my time or like
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
this is good for photographers. Let's say you're turning over like 60, 70 grand a year.
Yeah.
yeah, that threshold wise.
And you're like, well, I would
it's-
really like to make something big of albums, but if I'm selling like say 20 albums
Yeah.
at £600, that's going to bugger me up, isn't it? It's going to put me
Yeah.
back past the threshold. But let's say, you can take that away.
Yeah.
So you're basically just getting
very
the
good point.
25% commission.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense.
does
You're
make a
obviously
lot of
making a little less money than what you would do if you were doing it on your own.
Yeah.
But then you can start topping yourself up
Yeah.
quite
I think there's loads of
significantly.
positives to it. You know,
Yeah.
quite a lot of us are very
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah. It's the last thing on the list.
Exactly. It's not built into the workflow. It's kind of a bit of an afterthought.
They come in randomly, don't they, album orders?
Yeah, and sometimes it can be at a time of the year when you're already really busy. You know, like people want them for Christmas, and they're like, "Can I have this change? Can I do this?"
Oh my
and
God,
you're like,
imagine if
"Oh
that
my
just has
God."
nothing to do with you
that.
and you still
Yeah.
get 25% of that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
There were
I think
loads
it's
of
a good
people
idea.
being super positive about it as well.
Yeah,
It
I'm
wasn't all
sure.
people being negative. But I just looked at it, I was like, this
Yeah.
is, I want to do
It's
that.
a genius idea, and I think people just had like a knee-jerk reaction, thinking, "Hang on a minute, like they're trying to sell directly to our customers."
Yeah.
and they didn't realise this kind of plan
But I
that
mean,
was put in
yeah.
place.
it is just one album size. You know, you can still say to people, like, if you want to sort it out yourself, sure, go direct to them.
Yeah,
Or
if you want
alternatively,
something bigger.
if you want something bigger, something jazzier, something a bit more.
Yeah. It's perfect, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
I always found album design the worst bit of the job. I find it so
Oh, yeah?
boring and I just don't care.
See, I do enjoy it. I do like
Do you?
it. Yeah, I do.
do.
It's
The
just,
toing and froing, isn't it?
it's the
Changing.
toing and froing
Yeah.
and changing and it.
They always used to change like just weird things as well. Or they always, you know what kills me?
A black and white and colour photo on the same page.
Yes. If I can design an album and they just get it and they don't get any input whatsoever, that would have
Yeah.
been fine.
Yeah.
But just the amount of times where people would choose just like really boring.
Yeah.
You know, just like, this don't just fill it with group shots. You know,
Yeah.
like, there's so many other things you could have had
Well,
in
they
this
choose,
album.
you know, if you had like two like pictures of a you know, one bit of the day, and one's just a bit like it was the safe shot, and then one's like
No,
really
they're going to
nice.
pick the shit one, and it just was always the shit, and then just like why?
Yeah.
It's got my name on it.
We've got one of our clients at the moment who have asked us to design the albums because they're very busy people.
Yeah.
And like initially I
It's
thought
so
great, but then you think
hard.
about it deep down, it's not great. 'Cause
I
they're-
don't
like, how can
know.
you
Yeah,
pick?
how can you pick from
Yeah.
thousands of
You
pictures?
can't. Like,
What's important
You
to
might
them.
pick a picture of her getting ready, and it might not be the angle that she was so
Yeah.
keen on.
Yeah.
There might be like, oh, in the album there's a person there. We only see them once a year at some
Yeah.
work do when they were just there because they just about made it on the list.
But they're laughing so nicely. It's a perfect light.
Yeah,
That
I
has to
think
go in.
you're asking for trouble, allowing the couple to design the album, to pick allowing us to design the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're bound to want to change things.
Yeah.
Bound to.
More fizz anyone?
Yes, please.
Yeah, fizz me.
There's a
The
trickle
cake
left.
keeps wobbling on the table. It's making my vertigo
it's a bit
really
low.
mad because it's like, wow, the ground is not.
So yeah, like all in all, I think that's a great idea. We'll certainly be
Don't have to
looking
do it
into
again.
Yeah.
We wanted to.
Bad luck.
We
70s
wanted
bad
to.
sex.
Cancel it out. Yeah, do it again.
Do it against cancel it.
Uh-oh, 14 years.
Can't be.
No.
I won't look at you.
No.
I won't look at you.
No.
Just do it. Ting me.
No.
Ting.
I'll ting you.
Oh. Yeah.
Don't look at me, Pete. Ready? One.
Don't
look.
if you don't look,
I'm not going to look at you.
it doesn't
Oh, we don't.
count.
We look away.
Yes, because then we don't
It doesn't count.
don't break the spell.
It's pretty weird. Pretty weird.
Science.
Yeah.
Where were we?
We were talking about albums.
Good on Stuart though, because I think it's terrifying to do anything that
Think.
he must have thought beforehand. People might be arsey.
Yeah.
Oh, we would have known for sure.
But the
Yeah.
thing is, I think that they've had quite a few clients contacting them directly.
Exactly.
And also, they must
There is
see
a need for this.
drop off in people ordering albums.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't
And,
take
like,
a
what
rocket
are the
scientist
reasons?
to be
Yeah.
like, well, actually, this makes great
Yes.
I don't
Great
think
sense.
many wedding photographers really push albums.
No.
And maybe Stuart has thought, you know what, I've been doing this for a long time now. And I know
to
there's,
go
I
to
know
the
there's
people.
potential out here to make this something bigger.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
who
all
better
of
to
those
sell the albums
couples-
than the people
Exactly.
making the albums? They,
Yeah.
like, they know more about everything.
Their customer
Yes.
service is so
So
good,
good,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Like, I know, I have full trust that if I send one of our couples their way,
Yeah, they're
they're
gonna
going to
do a
be
great
dealt
job.
with
Yeah.
amazingly because
I
they
totally
are
agree.
really, really good. They can answer a question way better than I can as well. Because what am I doing if a couple comes
Yeah,
to
just
me
going
and
to
says,
their website.
"Can I have this?"
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "What? Let me go and
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
photo."
Yeah.
And there's so
then
many
come back
options.
to you.
There's
And
so many options. Like we've got this high-end client at the moment, and I'm looking at all these like really fancy options, and there's loads. Like there's
Yeah.
palladium palladium plating, which can be stamped in the album, gold plating and debossing, and it's so many options.
Yeah.
And I don't know enough about them.
Yeah.
So if you pass it over to the professionals, they can guide them down the right
they can
route.
sell them on the right stuff.
All for it.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah.
Palladium plating, eh?
Yeah.
It's very posh.
Well, it's foiling, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's palladium,
Yeah,
isn't
like
it?
gold
It's real
foil.
palladium, yeah.
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 Which is
Yeah.
awesome.
It's not new, though. You know that, don't you? It's not.
Look, it's new to Liam.
new
Stop
to
crushing
me.
his dreams.
That is
It's not a
fancy.
newfangled
Well, I've
thing.
never offered it.
Newfangled.
I've never offered it until I got a client and thought, yeah, you're minted.
There was something that I wanted to talk about as well. TikTok being banned in America.
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially, what is it? The 19th of Jan.
Really
That's not
soon.
far off, is it?
Unless
15th today when we're
unless
recording.
somebody steps in and buys this Chinese company.
So
in the
someone's
next
going to
few
buy
days.
it,
Is
surely.
it owned by ByteDance, is it?
Yeah, it
company,
is.
isn't it? Yeah.
Weirdly, I'd heard that Mr. Beast was interested.
Was gonna buy it.
Who?
How many kids
Did
can
Betty
afford
tell you this?
TikTok?
No.
I'm sure he is interested, but I don't think even Mr. Beast has that amount of
I
money.
don't
Who
know.
is Mr. Beast?
He's a big YouTuber, TikToker.
The kids
Right.
probably
Oh, I don't think
watch
he's
it.
got billions, though, has he?
I think he's got the money. I don't know.
Maybe he could arrange funding.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
is anyone going to buy it
But the
if
interesting
it's
thing
going to get
was
banned?
that I wanted to talk about, like, what if one of your marketing streams was pulled overnight?
Yeah.
So say
We always say this though. You can't have
you
all
put
your eggs
all
in
of
one
your eggs
basket.
in the TikTok basket.
Yeah, or Instagram could
Yeah.
just be gone
Yeah.
tomorrow. They could just get rid of it and then
Yeah.
like
How do
us
you all
in
feel
SEO.
about
Yeah.
TikTok?
Well, is Instagram about to become a cesspit of just like politics and
yeah,
all
is
that? Because of-
Instagram going to be the
Isn't
new
Threads the
TikTok?
place for that?
Well, the Facebook of Meta.
Oh
have
yeah,
decided
removed. Yeah.
only in America, but we're not in the EU anymore, so they might start doing it over here as well. They're not doing it in the EU because it's a
Right.
So
requirement.
it's removing
by law.
verification of factual.
Yeah, fact checking, and they're gonna allow political content.
Yeah.
More
Yeah, I saw that.
pushing it out to
From
people.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, so if TikTok goes, Instagram will become a bit of a cesspit.
Does it have the capability there? Because it's set up in a different way to
You
TikTok,
can still
isn't
get
it?
paid,
Well,
and
I
that's
suppose-
a big thing. A lot of people are on TikTok to earn money,
money,
aren't
yeah.
they?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it will happen to TikTok. I think someone will step in.
Yeah, it just doesn't
seem
seem like it
Well,
will.
because it
but-
could get banned, couldn't it? And then they just don't have it there,
Well,
but
the-
it'll be everywhere else.
The thing was that I think it was that no one would be able to download it from the App Store anymore. So anyone that still had it would still be able to have it. However, it wouldn't be updated, and so eventually it
yeah,
would
it would
become
just
so
dwindle.
like unusable
Right,
that
okay.
they'd have to
Is
just.
it the fear that this company are sharing this information with the Chinese
Yeah.
government? Is that what it
Yes.
is? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, data.
Yeah.
Isn't there a few countries out there already who have put restrictions on TikTok so that you have to be a certain age to use it? I did hear that recently. I think it was like Denmark or something like that.
I don't know.
So there are some countries that do have like restrictions on the use of the app. But yeah, it's massive in America, bigger than it is here.
Yeah.
You know, and it's huge for business over there too. So I can't see it just disappearing.
Well, I mean,
we'll see in
I
a
think
week.
that's what they don't want is all that activity like happening on a like Chinese owned
yeah.
app.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
it's weird though, isn't it? Because it's like we're always like, oh, it's terrible because everything's banned in China, and then we're going to ban everything that's from China here, and yeah, well, America, not here.
Maybe they'll just make an alternative that's the same.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, Instagram stories is very
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah.
You
would
use
feel
it
if went
stories
I
the
will
same as
tell.
I mean, for
TikTok.
me, TikTok wouldn't matter at all. However, if you change that to Instagram, then it would.
Oh yeah, it'd be massive. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, yeah. You'd
Really
be gutted, wouldn't you?
awful.
You'd be gutted if you were, benefiting.
I just
off
think
it,
it's
but-
something that all of us
so
need to
much effort
consider,
into
you
it.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is.
But then everyone's in the same position.
Yeah, true.
Everyone will be
If
scrambling to
Instagram
go
was
to new
wiped
places.
out, then yeah, we'd all be in the same, but we'd all suddenly be posting on Facebook again and blogging.
If Instagram's gone, then Facebook will be gone as well,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Just get rid of all of it and get back to the yellow pages. I mean, that would be a lot easier, wouldn't it? Yeah, I mean, just get your.
Don't
advert in the
remember
yellow
these days,
pages.
Liam.
I remember, you know, like
Are
if you
people
needed
gonna start
something, you would
phoning
look
me?
in the yellow pages.
Liam was
would.
telling me this morning about back in the olden days when he used to work on a landfill site.
I did.
I
I didn't say the
stories.
olden days. No, I just
Back in
We
the
were
olden
walking-
years.
you know like
Just
down
one
the
of
canal.
your stories.
On the canal.
Laura's
like,
been watching Mad Men constantly, so that's what I'm thinking of. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
era.
Well, you know, by
thinking.
the canal, you're walking along. There's like all that work going on. You've seen the diggers. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
going
yeah.
on? It looks like the landfill site. And I said to B, I used to work on a landfill site. Not in the olden days. I was 16 at the time when they gave me a
It
big
was the
shock.
olden
I thought
days.
you were working on a farm when you were 16.
I've done them all, Pete. Yeah, I've done them all. Yeah.
I'm very confused because like the stories from like where you grew up,
Yes.
like it just doesn't because it's quite an urban area.
Yeah, it's like
It's
lived in,
not.
like,
It's not.
Is it not?
See, I was
No.
rural. Yeah, I was a rural farmer's boy.
like a little sheep.
Yeah,
Right,
I used to
okay.
work on farms, you know, and
Yeah.
my daddy was like boy, you're getting a summer job,
Yeah,
get
he's
out,
like
boy.
in his mouth
I had
there.
no choice, like get out and go and work, yeah.
Yeah.
So I did. But I like fun jobs, you know, like grading potatoes was awful, you know, it was awful.
Chicken
But-
farm.
Chicken farm.
Oh,
awful.
that's
But
awful.
the digger was like, I
Packing
was 16. He
factory.
was like, "Can you drive one of those?" Like, damn right,
Yeah.
I can, mate.
Yeah.
What you need to do is go over there. He'll dump some shit in it, and go over there, dump it over there. This is the best job ever. So I had the radio on, like.
Are you sad you're not still doing that?
Ferrying shit around. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was good for a 16-year-old.
Sure.
Now it might not pay the
Better
bills.
than
but-
working at a chicken farm.
Yeah, and
Oh,
the stank as well. I got back and it smelled like nappies. It was
Manure.
awful.
What was the one where didn't you cut yourself or something?
That was on the
That
farm.
was I was working on a
was on the
farm, and it was for a farmer. And he was like, "Liam, you need to cut this hedge for me." I was like, "Okay." So I'm like cutting the hedge. There was a big wasp nest in the hedge. So I'm like trying to dodge these wasps, and I went inside to see him. It was like Mr. Man, his name was Mr. Man. This wasp nest, like I don't know what to do. He just looked at me and went, "It's got to be done, Liam. It's got to be done," and walked away. So I carried on doing it, but because I was panicking with the wasps, I
Yeah.
cut into my leg with this huge.
So it was your own fault, really.
hedge trimmer.
I can see it now.
It was not my. You can see.
Got
So I kind of
everywhere.
I had this huge gaping hole in my leg, and I thought, right, I'll show him now. Look what he's done. So I walked in there. So Mr. Man,
Did he not
look,
give a shit?
Look. He was like, all right, you've got two choices, Liam. I'll stitch it myself, or I'll take you to the hospital.
Hospital!
Yes, please, Mr. Man.
I love it. That's like the last resort.
Yeah.
Stitch it myself with this rusty old needle. Crikey.
Yeah.
Stories from the war.
Good times. Yeah.
Highs and lows.
Highs and lows. Can I do my high?
Yes.
I mean, it's so good. Aside from Mad Men, which I have been binging, I love Mad Men. Have you ever watched it?
No.
Absolutely obsessed
What's
with it.
it
We
about?
watched it
What's
back
it
in the
on?
day. It's about 1960s ad men that worked on Madison Avenue, and it's fucking misogynistic, homophobic.
Sounds right on my street.
Yeah, you
would
love it.
love it. It's really good. There's
Everyone's
loads of
called
sex in
Sweetheart
it.
as
You'd
well.
love it.
Like the
yeah,
little secretary, it's just like, sweetheart, turn the lights.
yeah. But it's awesome. And we never finished it back in
We
the
didn't,
day.
no.
So I'm going to do it. There's like 7 or 8 series, but
Did we watch 2 series
committed.
originally?
yeah, I think so. I'm already past where I'd got to, and I'm on like
Yeah.
season 3, I think. So yeah. But yeah, recommend you watch that.
Yeah, it is great.
My other one is the game we made up on the way to Devon, which is really cool.
Oh,
and
it's
should
the worst
be-
game ever.
It
but
should be a board game. It is the service station
It's going to be
game.
the
okay.
service station game aimed at like wedding photographers and videographers.
Next
Yeah.
time you're on your way to a wedding, right, before you get to a service station, you've got to guess what's at the service station.
I like it.
So we had to like each pick a thing, like
is it Costa?
M&S food,
Is it Starbucks?
a Spa,
Yeah.
Mackie D's,
A Leon?
Leon.
Burger
Token
King
Leon,
or McDonald's?
yeah.
A lot of Leons down south.
Wimpy.
Yeah.
I'd say
There's no Wimpy's
it
that I
passed
saw.
about 4
Sometimes
hours.
there's a noodle place though. So that's a wild card. you
yeah,
can
the
throw out there.
chopsticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chefs.
Spa, Waitrose, M&S, Double H Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one's it going to be? Which
Yeah.
one's it going to be? So
Great day.
fun.
And what do you win?
Nothing. Glory.
Nothing, just the glory of it. I mean, maybe a point system could be introduced.
I think when we work on the board game, we'll think of, like how the point system
How you
will
playing
work.
a board game in the car?
You're not playing it in the car.
Oh,
You're going to play it at home. So you're going to relive.
Oh.
You're going to relive the journeys.
I was thinking we could,
I just
some kind of
honestly-
like cards. I don't know. Yeah, because someone's driving. It'd be tricky to do while you're driving,
It
wouldn't
would.
it?
Yeah.
But I think every car journey from now on, we will be playing that.
Yeah.
You should get this made and like make some sort of, I don't know.
How can we monetize this?
Digital download.
Add it into your workshop as
Yeah.
a bonus, you know?
Maybe.
Yeah. It was a great game.
Great game.
Great game.
Low of the week, tax.
Oh,
Yeah.
So boring, but he's done.
yeah.
Yeah, it's done. You're
Anyone else
poor
got a
now,
high?
you know.
So poor.
My high is that I finally have an answer to my woes.
Yes.
My low is
You've got woes.
no.
No?
Oh.
What's she getting
what's
out?
what's happening?
do?
What's going on?
She's pregnant. She's got.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I was
no.
doing-
Lift it up higher so the camera can see.
Let the people see. How did you do that?
What is
Flexible she
that?
is.
I was doing
I'm impressed.
handstand drills
At home.
At home.
And you went flying.
I was safely falling out of one of my handstand drills, but I safely fell out onto our radiator.
Oh.
You know, you're like, oh God. And I was on my own. Liam was up a mountain at the
What's
time.
inside your radiators?
Metal.
Like,
They're quite sharp.
Yeah, sharp.
oh, so it wasn't the heat. I was thinking, like, how did you do that? Was it like,
Banging. Yeah, she just banged it on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like pointy edges.
Liam was up a mountain. I was worrying about him.
And
And I was
meanwhile,
like, it's going to be me who has
imagine
like,
if you were concussed.
broken my leg at home just through handstands.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I managed it up a mountain and back down again, and you're colliding with radiators.
Yeah.
tell us about that epic
Easily
adventure.
done.
Is that your high?
I had a few highs, actually. I didn't... yeah, that is part of my high
Tell the
journey.
people. Tell the people.
Well,
Mountain Man.
I used to, like years ago, during the war,
Sure.
Back in.
I used to
Back in the 40s. It was
used
the
to go,
only way of getting around was to walk.
Let him speak.
I used to go walking up mountains, like when I was in the Scouts, like years ago. And we used to go on something called a snow and ice weekend. And back then, they used to just chuck you up the mountain. There was no crampons, no ice. Actually, there were ice axes, but no crampons. And I used to love it. And we have a friend, Debbie
Had
Martin.
they not been invented?
They have been invented, yeah. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, they were around, but they weren't.
Okay.
They were expensive. So
Back
our friend
then.
Martin, he's an avid
Yeah,
hill
one of the
walker.
school dads.
One of the
Isn't he,
school
yeah?
dads.
Yeah.
So he's like, Liam, let's go and do Scarfell Pike.
This was when it was
When it was
snowing
really
here.
snowing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I picked him up at 6 a.m. and we drove to the Lake District.
And it was -5, wasn't it?
It was when we got there. It was -5, yeah, but -10 at the top of the mountain. But it wasn't windy. It was calm. But the snow was insane. Like it was 2 foot at the bottom of the mountain, 8 foot snow drifts on the mountain.
Crikey.
And we just had the best time. Like 14 miles to 3 mountains. We had crampons on, ice axes. We were literally climbing up like the side of Scarfell, digging little holes in the wall. In the snow as we were going, it was brilliant.
Terrifying.
With all that snow, how did you know where was safe to...
Exactly.
They didn't.
You just
You
test it.
don't.
You just give it a little prods and go,
They didn't.
"Yeah,
They
it's
didn't, Pete.
good." We didn't. But Martin's a bit like me. It's like, fuck it. Let's
just
go.
going for it.
Yeah, you
Yeah, it was
crazy
really nice to
people.
go walking with someone who was very much of the
Fearless.
mindset as me.
Yeah.
So
well,
I
that's
really
good
enjoyed it.
because I know, like, you asked if I wanted to go, and I was immediately like, "Fuck no!" Like, that sounds awful. So I'm
It's
glad you
my
had a
idea
good
of
time.
hell.
I had a really good time.
But the
yeah.
photos did look beautiful. The video, all of it, it did look
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
no.
Yeah. Well, I'll be doing more of it. I loved it. Yeah.
That was your fear, wasn't
Gonna
it?
find some more snow.
So
That
there's
was my exact
That was
fear.
your fear.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, David Moyes is back at Everton, which is good. And then booking the Iceland elopement.
Yeah,
It's kind of out of
that's
the blue.
cool.
It's like, that's what's so cool about this industry and at what we do, because sometimes you can just get
Yeah.
a Facebook message or an Instagram message,
Yeah.
and then the very same day they're booked and you're going
Yeah.
somewhere really cool. So
Yeah.
that was nice.
Yeah, I was reminded of that when doing the tax, and like little Jamaica wedding popped up there.
Yeah.
Just for some disallowable things I had to get rid of, when we bought some drinks.
Fine, put it
Because
through.
we'd paid for the the flights and everything the year before, so there was no international travel in my accounts that year.
Oh, that's weird.
No, very upsetting.
Well, I just added up. Like, I've got to go on 22 planes already this year, which is just
Wow.
insane. Wow. And there's still space for more. How do you feel about that? The poor planet. Yeah,
But you've got a Tesla.
I do. So
Offsets it.
That's
Offsets
totally
22
Okay.
flights,
Yeah,
100%.
sorted.
Yeah. So that's cool. And then low, it's quite upsetting to hear about and I feel really, I don't know, bad that you've been struggling on with this deficiency that the doctor said, why
I've been
why are
telling you for
walking?
months. No, she
Yeah.
didn't say why.
Yeah, why are
I thought
you
you were making it
alive,
up.
B?
I have been telling you for months. I don't feel good. Months.
Get on with it,
Well, you
woman.
just look at her face. Like, she looks really healthy and fresh, but
You do.
She's a husk of a
she shouldn't
woman.
be talking
She's got
right
no
now.
iron.
She should not be talking.
I don't feel like I look good. I looked at myself earlier and I was like, Jesus.
You should
You
be-
look very tired,
Should
woman.
be in
No, you
surely
don't look
A&E,
tired.
like, on a drip. Anyway, yeah, that's my low. So
No.
yeah, I'll look
Well,
after
it'll
you.
be sorted soon.
Yeah.
I'll look
hopefully
after you.
once the iron kicks in,
Yeah.
we'll be back to normal.
I'm so excited
some
to feel
energy.
peppy. I can't
Yes.
wait to wake up in the morning and be like,
God,
what shall I do
you'll be
with
like
my
a
day?
new woman.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your high and low, Pete?
My high, I know we went on about it before, but yeah, like doing Lawson Film School and not having to organise an in-person thing is amazing. And I think like online thing could be better.
I think it's going to
I
be
think
all
it
You
is
know, you can
better.
put everything you want in it, and you've got, because like quite often, like when you finished a workshop and then you kind of like, you go back over it in your head. Me and you do, don't we,
Things
Liam?
you could add in.
And then we're just like, oh, I could have gone on about that a bit more,
Yeah,
or
you-
something like that.
Yes.
Whereas this, we can watch it all back.
It's going to be so good. I have
Yeah.
no doubt that you guys are going to absolutely kill it. The content will be great, and I know that it's going to be really popular. I'm
It's-
so
yeah.
excited for you for what's coming.
This could be our low of the week for months, though. couldn't it?
No.
Like, we launched,
No.
no,
No,
one's
it
bought
won't.
it.
Right,
No
it
one
won't.
likes it.
difference
Someone
is-
bought it and then refunded it 2 seconds later because it was awful.
Yeah.
The difference is when people pay to go on a workshop, they've obviously been on workshops before, and there's only so much information you can
Take in one day.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
And,
yeah.
There's only so many slides you
It's
take on your phone,
overwhelming.
notes you can make.
Yeah.
If there's an option there
To
just take it in-
pause.
Pause, yeah.
Yeah.
Take it in at your
Yeah.
own pace.
Yes.
That's far more attractive.
I
than
know
like
you
a
two as
workshop.
well. You're both perfectionists. It will be perfect. It will be great.
Hope so.
Yeah, hope so. And I hope we can just get it done, in the next few weeks, really. I want to just like blitz it.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the momentum.
Yeah.
Just blitz it
We've got
and,
we've got the time
That's the
now.
thing. We've
so
got,
like
we've got to try and crack on with the wedding still in the background. We don't want people's
Don't
people to
forget.
be waiting.
Don't forget we
'cause
have a job.
We're like, we just want our own video, actually.
Yeah.
We don't want yours anymore.
You need a low.
Do I need a low? No. We can fly right past that.
I think-
I'm all right.
skip low.
Skip low.
Let's
Kate.
go, Kate.
Get a
Yeah.
knife.
Cake, cake, cake. I hope it's okay.
B, you have to cut it because
do
you
it.
made
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Do the honours.
While we sing happy birthday to
Happy birthday to us.
Yay! Look at that. Thank you for continuing to listen to us rabble on.
Yeah, 100 episodes. If you've listened
And maybe
to
even watching
all
them.
100 episodes,
Yeah.
can you let us know?
Yes. I wonder if anyone has listened to every single one.
I wonder if anyone will watch it.
Yes.
I don't even know what we're going to do with it. Shove it on YouTube?
Who
There's always
knows?
loads of nosy people out there who want to see our faces.
Nosy people. Yes.
Right.
Right, let's eat our cake.
Happy 100.
Oh, bye.
Bye.